Hey guys, it's Tad here from Attack of the Killer Podcast, back with another Patreon exclusive video update. Try saying that 5 times fast. But if you're watching this, you are a supporter on our Patreon in some way or form, and we appreciate every single dollar and every watch and every click and every listen, every like on our Facebook page, every comment, unless it's mean. So thank you, just thank you in general, as always. So I'm going to kick off this video review with another mask I got from Party City's clearance sale right after Halloween. On their website, they had a huge sale on all things Halloween, and I happened to find a bunch of really awesome Trick or Treat Studios masks for dirt cheap. And this one I am reviewing is one that you'll probably recognize. It's Tom Savini's Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 mask. And this thing's pretty damn cool. They based it, I think they got the actual mask from Tom and sort of based it on that. This thing has, all the details. The face is down in the neck. Has a cool tag with the poster art. But you can see he's got the ear down here, the lips, the ears, noses, eyes. This thing is wicked. They have the real leather stitching on it, so it sort of looks like it's actually been put together that way. Very cool in that sense. They have little tufts of hair on the chin and around the lip, which, that's like a mustache nose there. And that would be like another guy's chin, because that's how it's sort of cool to look around this mask and see how they piece together this mask, because this is a Savini design, which I am in the weird camp of people who prefer Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 to the original. Love the original movie. Doesn't get much better than the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre, but the humor and the fun of the second movie, holy shit, man. And Savini's makeup effects. Just having Bill Moseley play Chop Top. Chop Top is so damn good. And Leatherface Bubba in part 2 is so much more fun. I mean, the first is just so bleak, and it is terrifying, and it's fantastic. But man, part 2 is such a riot. I mean, Dennis Hooper with the chainsaw battles, everything. But anyways, this mask, yeah, just really well done. The one thing I'll say, the hair isn't fantastic. It just feels like it's very much a wig. And if you look inside, you can see it's actually rooted inside, which is rare for a Trick or Treat Studios mask. Usually they glue the hair. So it's sort of nice that this is rooted. Maybe I just need to play with it and style it some more, which is weird. Like, yeah, let me style Leatherface's hair. But one thing I always sort of thought was weird with some of these Trick or Treat Studios masks is, like, I mean, the teeth are really cool, and they made them glossy and everything. I sort of want to take, like, a X-Acto knife and cut that out. Like, not saying I have Leatherface's teeth, but to me it'd be more realistic if you put in some false teeth and let your real mouth show. You're letting your eyes show. Why not your mouth? It's not that hard to find bad fake teeth, and when you're wearing it, it's very obvious that that's not your mouth. But semantics. I got this thing for, I think, $14 or $15. This is another one of those Trick or Treat Studios masks that's retail at $60 to $70. So I was super happy to find this one. They had the Part 3 mask also, and I had it in my cart, but I love the movie. I'm not a fan of the look in part 3. He's huge hulking monster. I think Kane Hodder, right, played him in part 3 maybe, but he's massive in part 3, and he has the bad, like, sort of mullet, white trash hair. He just looks like a mess, and the part 3 mask just isn't that impressive to me. Part 2 and part 1, the Pretty Woman mask is probably, Pretty Lady mask is probably my absolute favorite. This one might follow behind. I love the Killer mask too. The first 2 movies, the masks are just awesome, but the Savini design has always been such a killer design to me. The ear, I mean, just down here on the neck alone, that is so fucking cool. Look at that, the noses and the ears, all the body parts. Comes with a cool tag, which I'll probably keep on unless I plan on wearing it for something, which I might. But my body type, I'm not really tall and big enough to play Leatherface, so I have been in the past. You put a winter coat under the apron and stuff, but anyways, I'm much more of a Chop Top body type, so this is more of a collectible for me, but at that price, I just couldn't resist. And this one's really cool. They did a great job. Props to them. Some really cool details in this. The wrinkles are really nice. Like I said, the hair, it's always been Trick or Treat Studios has always sort of, with a mass-produced mask, it's really hard to get the good hair on a mask and still make it affordable, because when you're buying from an independent artist who's creating each mask by hand, they're sort of laying down each layer by hand very slowly, and they do that for these too, but they just don't have the means. They could not afford to possibly do that, pay somebody to do that and keep it at $60 to $70. These are mass produced. There's thousands of them made compared to a handful of a independent artist. So keep that in mind. I mean, like I said, Trick or Treat Studios has changed the game as far as how these mass-produced masks are made. It's crazy that we're finally at a time, not since the early Don Post days have we had such quality masks made en masse by a company like this. So props to them for getting these obscure licenses, making this happen, and creating these movies like I feel like they deserve, because this is really freaking cool. Once again, I don't know where I'm going to put this thing. It's pretty massive. I've tried it on a few times. It's cool. Definitely creepy. And if you can pick one of these up, especially at the price I got them for, do it, because Bubba says so. So remember remember that Saw's family. Remember the Alamo. Here's my Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 2 Leatherface mask from Trick or Treat Studios. And I will see you on the next video update or on the next episode of Attack of the Killer Podcast. Thanks.